Another beautiful day on Silver Ridge Peaks to continue the black bear grind. Now, as of now, we have killed around 800, maybe a little bit more or less, because I haven't been keeping exact count, but I estimate that we have killed roughly 800 black bear, which is honestly just an absurd amount, and we've had some decent level 9s and stuff like that show up along the way, and I think today we will go over some of those, but first we're going to talk about the current status of the grind, where we're mainly hunting, and also what lakes have turned all females, because there's a few of them. There's a few of them that I've had some pretty rough luck with, but then there's also some that have been absolutely incredible, so we're going to go over those today. Now, unfortunately, the lake we're currently at right now has not been very kind to me as of recent. Now, it used to be pretty good at giving 1 to 3 males per run. Now I've just got like 6 females here, so really not using this one much anymore. I'm thinking about moving my tents, but I'm probably going to keep at least one tent here just so that we can check to see if any have for some reason respawned in this area. But I think it's about time we go remove this tent over here. So with that tent now removed, let's go over a couple different areas that I have stopped grinding, because there's definitely a few that we have kind of just left in the dust as they have not produced anything good as of recent. Now, the first thing that you guys will notice is I don't have any tents down here anymore. And that's because this lake and this little stretch of the river together only have 1 male. And it's been like that for like 10 plus runs. And at this point, I think they're just never going to respawn a bunch of males like they previously did, especially this lake. It's been very disappointing as of recent, so I've just stopped dedicating tents towards it. I'm still using this one over here because I do occasionally get a male here, but I have removed the tent from this one as there's no males at all anymore. It's kind of the same story with these lakes. They are just females as well as this one, and this one up here occasionally has some males, but it's not super often. I decided to remove the tents from these because they were once again all females, and most of the males from there moved up into this area. So I have been hunting this a little bit more, and this is actually where we're going to go next. And here is our very first male bear of the day. It is unfortunately just a level 4, but it is still a male. So let's go ahead and get a shot into that, and it looks like we may have hard shot it, which is nice. Definitely don't have to worry about tracking it now. And down goes the very first bear of the day. 16.40, and we actually somehow hit a spine shot, which I'm not exactly sure how that happened. I guess maybe we didn't aim low enough since we were 0 to 300, but it still got it down in the end. Another lake that has been very good to us is Two Fawns. This has been getting progressively better and better for the males that are there. Now, unfortunately, it typically takes 2 runs to get all of the males from the area, so what typically happens is I will do a run towards the beginning of the time reset, and then I'll do one more run through this area before I end up resetting the time, and that seems to get most of them down. However, it looks like most of them are actually here already, so that's a good sign. And we do have at least 1 male here. It looks like 2 males, so that's definitely not all of them. But at least we've got a couple of them to take down, so let's start doing that. And just like that, we've got both of them down. We will continue to spot just in case there's going to be another male that we didn't see originally. But it's looking like that is not the case. Now, as we are going to be taking down a lot of bears today, we're probably not going to show the claiming of every single one of them, just the larger ones, as we did with the last video, so we will be showing just a limited amount of the kill screens because it does take up a lot of time in the video to go through and show every single one that we claim, especially since I'm probably going to be killing 30 to 60 of them for this video. So we will definitely not be claiming all of them on video because that would just take up way too much of the time. And since we have a lot of level 9s and stuff to show off from the grind, we don't exactly have time to be wasting it on just average bears like these. So I think after this one, we will just show the claiming of level 8s and 9s. But this guy right here is a nice level 6 that we managed to get a single lung, stomach, and liver shot on from 319 meters. 308's been doing pretty good on them. The reason I've got the 308s on me is because it takes up less weight. I did try having the 300 and the 308, but I have found that 2 308s, that way I can quickly switch to the other one after I'm out of ammo, is working out a little bit better because I can actually still carry a tent on me and my night vision binoculars. Now, unfortunately, with the 300, I was not able to do that. I had to drop either the tent or the binocs, and I kind of need both of them for this grind, so this is what we're working with. So this zone is still the most insane place to hunt bears for me. I have just been absolutely blown away at the sheer amount of males I get here every single run, and no matter how many times I delete the zone, they always come back, and well, we can see that right here. There's just an insane amount of them. And it's just crazy that they keep coming back even after deleting the zone multiple times, and it's always just as full of bears as the previous runs. It's kind of crazy. I wish I could spot that one better. There, we got a 5 and a 6. So there's a lot of 6s, some 7s, and a few 5s as well, along with, what is it, 2 females or something like that? It's kind of crazy. I love this location. It's been the main focus of my grind because it's the quickest place to get a bunch of bears down, and it's just so good. This is also where I ended up getting a couple of those level 9s over the recent couple days. So I think before we take these out, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the level 9s that we've managed to get over the last couple days of grinding. Oh my gosh, legendary. Hey there. There's a legendary. Oh my gosh, finally. Finally another legendary after like, what, over 600 kills we got another one? Finally, guys. Finally another legendary bear. Oh my gosh, the first one that we got on this grind was a initial spawn. So this is our first respawn legendary. This is awesome. Finally a legendary in front of us. And it's at my favorite lake too. Of course it would be, you know? They always show up at the lake that I enjoy the most. This lake's just been so good to us. Oh, we forgot to claim one. Well, we should probably claim that too, then. I think there should be a Mythical here as well, if I'm not mistaken. We saw a Mythical, and then didn't get him. Alright, let's put on the Argus scope just so we get the extra zoom. And let's get this level 9 down. He should go down pretty quickly, I imagine. Just blast every bear in sight. Where would it have gone? We're just gonna have to start claiming them, I think. I don't even know what direction it ran because I started blasting the others. Oh, there's 2 side by side. This might be one of them. Oh, there he is, Diamond. Wow, 22.90. Just barely made it. That's our diamond bear. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Get him taxed real quick. So that's diamond number 2 of the grind. Beautiful. That is a beautiful bear. Well, guys, it does seem that we have our 3rd legendary of the Great One Black Bear grind. Hopefully this guy will end up respawning as a Great One. Now, he is kind of tucked away in the brush at the moment, so I don't exactly know what type of shot we'll be able to get on him. I'm just going to kind of shoot with the 22 near where I think he is and hope that it gets him to move out. And yeah, there he is right there. If we can just get a spotting on him and then get him broadside, we should have a pretty reliable shot that we can take. Although it looks like he's going to be incredibly stubborn. However, that looks like a pretty solid shot right there. And it is. He is now going down level 9 legendary black bear. Right at one of the 2 lakes here at, what is it called? The San Juan Outpost. This has been a pretty solid area to hunt for the black bear. I've had pretty decent luck here. However, this is the first legendary at this lake. Most of them have been at some of the other lakes near the area. But there he is, our 3rd level 9 of the grind. Let's hope that this guy ends up making diamond because there's always a chance it could troll. And it's a diamond at 2360. That is a very large one, actually. Wow, that is a beautiful diamond black bear. Dark fur type. Looking super good. You know, I'm pretty happy that we have managed to get 3 diamonds out of like 670 kills or so. That's definitely not too bad. Well, it seems that we've got ourselves another level 9 legendary over here. However, it is scared, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem. We are going to have to kind of wait for this thing to calm down before we take it out, but it's nice to see number 4 of the grind. And honestly, it hasn't been too long since our last one. I think we're about 30 or maybe 40 kills after the last level 9. It started to speed up quite a bit now. It was very rough for the first like 600 kills, and now we've had a couple legendaries within the last 100 or so, which is a really good sign. I feel like it means we might be at least making some type of progress towards something great. Though diamond is definitely a pretty awesome thing to find. Maybe this means we're getting close to a great one, or maybe a rare or 2. because I, as of now, do not have a single rare from this grind, and obviously we don't have a great one, otherwise we wouldn't still be grinding. So as of now, once we get this guy down, we will have had just over 700 kills, approximately. I haven't been keeping the closest track of the exact kill count, but it should be somewhere a little bit over 700. And this will be our 4th legendary. Now, I have been playing between 7 and 10 hours a day trying to grind for this thing, and I think we've been making decent progress. We've managed to get over 700 in the 3 days that I've been grinding, which is decent. It's definitely nowhere near what we were doing with Red Deer, but I'll take it considering Black Bear are much more difficult to grind. Okay, I think we are finally getting close to this thing. I believe this should be the level 9 warning calling right now. At least, I would imagine it is, since this is the only one that ran in this direction, but you never know, could be a different one. I don't imagine that it would be, though. Oh my gosh, there he is right there. That is him right there. He's actually walking right towards us. Honestly, if we can just get him to go broadside, this will be a perfect angle. However, it's hard to say if he will. Alright, I think we're going to move forward, try to get his attention so that he'll stand on his back legs, and... ooh, that was close. That was almost really bad there. It looks like this guy's actually going to be pretty stubborn, which is really unfortunate. I thought he'd stand up longer, but he went down almost immediately after. Oh, there it is. There is our legendary right there. It looks like he's actually in a better spot than before. In fact, we can take the shot right now. And just like that, we should have a dead level 9 Black Bear with a pretty decent chance at making diamond. Let's just hope that it actually does, because Black Bear are known to have a decent chance of trolling. However, we have had really good luck with him this time around. We have been 3 for 3 on diamonds. Let's make it 4 for 4. And it's a diamond at 2330. That is our 4th diamond of the grind. That is awesome. We managed to get into the right lung, stomach, and liver with the 308. This thing does so good on them. As much as I like the power of the 300, it's just so satisfying to use the 308 on these things. Definitely going to be using it for most of the grind. But this is pretty good, getting our 4th diamond within just a little over 700 kills. I'll take it. Oh my gosh, bro, bruh. Bro, bruh. Really? That's the dad joke of all dad jokes, I'm sorry. You're becoming a dad, bro, bruh. You really are. Oh, Mythical. Holy, a Mythical. They exist. They exist, guys. Mythicals exist. Oh! Oh! Legendaries exist, too! Oh my gosh, Mythicals and Legendaries exist. Confirmed. And 7s. Dude, all the big bears are here. Where'd that Mythical? There's the Mythical. Oh my gosh. Hey, Legendary. How you doing? Good to see ya. We've been having a lot more Legendaries the last, like, 2 days, so... this is, looking up. Things are looking up for us. That is super awesome. Let's get in the blind here and try to take it out. It's right there. This should be a pretty easy one to get. Yeah, 150 away. Line her up. Down it goes. Please. Alright, is this a diamond one? I think it might be. It's a diamond, guys. 2280. Just barely made it. Just barely made it, but it still made it. It feels so good to see some legendary Black Bear showing up. We're getting way more than I expected to. Like, they're actually showing up at a decent rate now. We got one in yesterday's stream. Got one today. Found a couple in between the 2 streams. Things are looking up. Things are really looking up on the Black Bear grind. And we got a level 8 and 7 next to this as well, so that's a couple more nicely leveled Black Bear down. So now that you guys have seen the amazing luck that we have had on level 9 legendary Black Bear recently, getting a total of 5 diamonds in the grind as a whole over the 800 or so kills that we've done, we've had some pretty amazing luck. I've been very happy that we've actually been consistently finding legendaries, because most people's luck with the Black Bear is nowhere near that. However, we still don't have a single rare, so that's a little unfortunate. But let's go ahead and start taking out all of these bears right here. Now, we definitely want to take down that 7 first, wherever he is. Right there. And we will try to get rid of all of these others as well, if we can possibly do it before they flee off. And I think we actually managed to get most of them. Now let's attempt to get the rest of them as they run away. And this is why I'm carrying 2 of them. It makes it a lot easier to just quickly get back to blasting away at these bears without having to reload. Another one that thought that he could escape, but he was wrong. And I think that's most of them. At least most of the ones that we're actually able to get a view on. Looks like he may have survived those shots that we took at him and is now attempting to get away, which didn't work out too well for him. You know, as difficult as this grind has been, it's also been kind of fun just because of locations like this, where there is just an absurd amount of bears everywhere. This is probably the most enjoyable part of my runs, just being able to slaughter every bear in sight at this location here. And once again, for those that don't know where it is, it's right here between Silver Rise and Bear Wallow Basin next to the Mule Deer Outpost. This area is just absurdly good, and it's this good on literally everybody's map, which is pretty amazing. Or at least most people's maps. I guess I should clarify, it is on most people's maps, but there are a few people that get unlucky and don't have a lot of bears here. But 9 times out of 10, there's going to be some bears here. And there is a random male bear at this lake. However, this one regularly has just a couple. I haven't seen too many more than that each run. However, it is varying quite a bit every time I come here, and hopefully these are both males, and it looks like we got one male right there. Hopefully this one will be as well, but I think it's probably a female, and it looks like we also have another one that is a female bear right there, though, and then we got another male right here. There's actually been a lot more here this run than I expected, so that is pretty nice. This lake is right above the San Juan Outpost, and the one below it tends to have some males bears as well, at least from my experience it usually does. Not all the time, but it definitely has them more times than not. Well, it seems like there's a couple bears in the reeds right there, so I'm going to go ahead and fast travel over to try and spook them up, and then we should be able to shoot them as they're running off. That has been the way that I've been doing it with a lot of these zones where they kind of stick around in the reeds. It makes it a lot easier just to fast travel over and then blast them if they end up being males, which it's looking like these ones are not. And just like I was mentioning, we do have a male right here. Recently, it's only been one of them, but at times I did have 3 down at this location, and I love to have a tent up here so that I can just look down on them and be able to snipe them from afar. It's such a satisfying zone to hunt. Just for this right here, being able to just snipe them from really high up, it's just amazing. I love doing it. It's probably one of the most enjoyable sniping spots on the entire map, and well, I've made some pretty long shots up here because of it. Because if you guys didn't know, if you're high enough, you can actually surpass the normal render distance by a little bit, because the game kind of decides what the render distance is based off of the flat distance from you to wherever it may be on the map. So, for example, that bear that we just shot is shown as 266 meters on the map here. But if I were to actually look at that shot, it's more like 322. And that's actually another random bear? Well, interesting. I didn't see that guy the first time, but let's go ahead and take him down. But I love using that whole elevation trick. It makes for some pretty amazing long shots, and this is a great area to do it. Well, that's quite unfortunate. We've got a male bear running away because of the mountain lions. There's actually 2 of them that are. That's very sad. We're going to have to attempt to make some running shots, which are not the easiest with the bear. But I think we can get a couple into that guy, and hopefully get a couple into that one as well. Though, oh, I was about to say it's not looking like it, but it looks like we actually did get a shot into it. And we've got another one across the lake, which is no surprise. We have consistently had at least one over here, as well as all the ones that we just blasted over here. So let's attempt to get a couple shots into this guy. Not exactly caring if it's vital hits. We just need to get him down. So let's try to sink a few shots into him, and hopefully he will go down pretty quickly. And I think on that note, let's go ahead and take a look at these trophies in the lodge. Now, I don't think we're going to end up putting them in here. However, I have kind of started a new lodge where we will be putting all of our Revontuli bird species that don't make it into the main lodge here. I plan to kind of fill these plaques out, but once those are filled, we're not going to have any place to put birds in this lodge, and we're going to be getting a lot of bird trophies from Revontuli Coast, so I think it's time we jump into the new lodge. Okay, so it's not exactly a new lodge, but it is one that we haven't worked on in a long time, and I removed all of the old ducks and geese and stuff like that from the walls, and so there's plenty of places to put birds now, and we're going to do just that. Now, this was my backup lodge for the longest time. This was the lodge I put trophies that didn't make it into the main lodge. However, at this point in time, we have had so many trophies that I've had to fill up most of my lodges, and so this one hasn't been updated in ages. However, that changes during the next few weeks. We're going to be adding many more trophies into here. Hopefully a bunch of the new birds, as well as some other trophies to kind of replace some of the ones in here that aren't quite as special as I would have liked. For example, this mount where we've got just a small albino, a troll from the old scoring system on Whitetail, and a small diamond from the old system. 283 used to be a pretty average sized deer before they lowered the score requirements, so stuff like this will probably end up replacing this lodge, and we will end up putting some of the newer things, like the black bears with their reworked fur. Now let's go ahead and make a multi-mount with these diamonds we ended up getting. So I think the first thing that we will end up doing is changing the time, obviously, so you guys can see a little bit better. But we're going to remove our piebald troll Rocky Mountain elk and put him somewhere on the wall. Although he is a beautiful trophy, he's taken up a place I could be putting a multi-mount. So let's go ahead and drop this multi-mount right here of the black bears. These are our two biggest diamonds that we have ended up getting from this grind so far. And so they're just going to chill right here, and we'll find a place to put the other ones as well. Well, there's one of them right there, and I think we will replace this mountain lion here. We've got plenty of mountain lions in our main lodge, so I would much rather have the two black bears on this wall instead. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss any of the future uploads. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below if you enjoyed, and let me know what you guys have been doing for your grind. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!